Good morning, everybody. You are back with the crew. Wow, what a fine Monday week we have ahead of us. It's going to be brilliant, as they all are. Today, it came to me last night, in the middle of the night, again, it came to me that you and I own an asset. We own a real asset. Assets can be paper, they can be real, they can be now digital, they can be many other things. But one of the main values to an asset is that you can hold it in an account in your bank or other avenues of finance in the future that we'll have that won't be actually called banks probably. But that digital asset, which I'm just going to call XRP an asset. I know Ms. Torres remarked, and she had mentioned that it is actually a digital asset. I know that's the name they want to hang on them because they want you to think that they're not real. But let's go back to what the BIS has already said about Bitcoin. They've already said that Bitcoin is an asset. That's globally, that's central banking system. They said that, in fact, they went from 1% of your net assets or wealth should be in Bitcoin to now 2% of your value should be in Bitcoin. Those of you who are into Bitcoin, okay, great. I enjoy my Bitcoin, and it's important as a storage asset, storage of wealth. Those of you who are not into Bitcoin, you now own something that now has legal precedence in the United States. It had it in almost every other country prior to this. Now it is virtually global, and it will only be, I'd say, BIS works pretty slow, 6-8 months, I would say, before they're going to call XRP a legal asset, meaning it can be held as collateral, meaning you can borrow against it. Yes, my friends, that's a beautiful day in your life. This is why you may never want to sell any of your XRP ever. I know there's going to be many of us who are going to sell some of it, but hopefully you have enough of it to where you can sell 10 to 25% of it maybe, and retain the other 75% of it lifelong, as you will be able to borrow against that value of collateral. That the wealthy, that's how the wealthy purchase everything. They borrow against their own assets. They hawk their yacht, in my case, and they put it up for lien, or if you will, and they use it as collateral. They use Bitcoin as collateral. Now we're going to use our XRP as collateral. It's a beautiful day in the world. The world is finally waking up to what you and I, you being the smart, intelligent understanding of technology and seeing the future. We saw where this was going. We knew they couldn't stop it. We knew it wouldn't be contained in some legal courtroom. It just couldn't be. It makes too much sense to anyone that spends 100 hours studying this stuff. We have this. So now you're going to be able to hold this collateral as an asset, and you're going to be able to borrow against it, okay? And you're going to prosper mightily going forward. Can you imagine when this thing goes into the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in value, and you have 1,000 or tens of thousands of them? Yes, those are millions I'm talking about now. If you understand that, you'll be less likely to sell a few here when it goes up. I believe that it's going to be going soon to, within 6 months probably, before April, put it that way. I think it's going to reach the $15 mark, somewhere in that range. Just some of the chart studies I've looked at and some of the other people that I really like and trust. Crypto Sniper, dude's on it. I mean, that guy, if you don't follow Market Sniper or Crypto Sniper, brilliant stuff. The man knows what he's talking about. He's entertaining. He's intellectual. He's well-spoken. And he really has some brilliant content. He's calling for $16.70, I want to call. If I can recall that correctly. I think $14.90 would be a good place to liquidate maybe some of, if that makes a difference in your life. If $14.90 and you can sell 25% of your coins, or at maximum 50% of your coins, I would say, not financial advice. If you can do that, pay off everything you own, your farm, all of it, maybe replenish whatever you need to do, redig your well, do new truck, whatever it is you might need to set you up to where you have no expenses and you can live freely, debt-free. I think that would be worth, if nothing else, your mental anguish of having debts and bills over your head. It might be worth at least 25%, at least, maybe even 50% of your XRP. However, I'm going to caution all of you in selling all of it for sure, but even up to 50% of your bag, unless you have a very large bag, it's a good idea to hang on to it, because that's what this video is about. It is now an asset. It is now no different than a bar of gold. In fact, I'm going to argue that it's better than a bar of gold. And you're going to say, well, I don't understand, Alan. What do you mean? Well, wait a minute. I can hold a bar of gold in my hand. Well, it's pretty heavy, but I can hold one. Can anyone else hold the same bar of gold at the same time? Nope. No, they can't. I can hand it to somebody else, maybe give them ownership, or I can send it in the mail or delivery. Hopefully it gets there. But when you have a digital asset, a true asset, true physical asset, which I'm going to remind you all, the only true asset, other than the BIS calling Bitcoin, the only other legal true asset, at least in the United States and many other countries, is XRP. That asset can be shared instantly with virtually everyone on the planet. That's huge. That's an asset that has a lifespan that may be eternal. I mean, it's not going to decay. It's not going to fade away. It's not, you can put it out in the sunlight. It can travel through the interwebs. It's one of the most useful assets on the face of the planet. And we're just now, the human society is just now starting to understand what these assets really are. Yeah, those are just digital. Everything you do is digital. The fact that you got on a plane and the plane landed in the right place was digital. You don't think that's important? Your heart meter, everything in a hospital is digital. We're starting to understand that physical is being left behind. The analog world, people like my age and older, believe in the analog world. They believe if you can't see it, hold it, or touch it, or hear from it, it doesn't exist. That day, those days are behind us. The future of what you want is what you believe can happen. What you believe can happen can manifest in your life. I won't get too far down that angle in this show, but everything that ever was created and ever has been created was an idea, a concept, a thought that popped into someone's mind first. Then it became a concept. Then it became a napkin. And then it became a diagram. And then some engineer put it together and we manufactured it physically. We no longer need to physically manufacture. We are eliminating one of the steps of creation. We can create it with software digitally. That's where we're all headed, guys. And you own the very first, I can argue, the very first real digital asset. I'm going to introduce the concept that you own a physical asset called XRP. I know, the dinosaur with the gavel hit the little wooden hammer on the bench and said it's a digital asset. It's bigger than that. It's a physical reality in all of our lives. It physically gets sent from one location to another. Accept that or not, that's reality. And a lot of us, that's tough to understand. It's a beautiful day, guys. We live in an amazing time to be alive. If you own XRP, hello, my friends, because everything we've been talking about for 2 years on this channel just came to fruition. Your reality just occurred. Everything you thought, every belief you had, all the concepts that you could see happening manifested. Now, what are you going to manifest next? What's the new reality you have for XRP and the betterment of man? Where are you going? Let's get on that page together. Our energy is stronger together. You and I need to decide what we want XRP to create in the future of all man. I don't have time to sit around and bash other coins. It's not of any value to me. There are amazing coins and projects out there. And if you don't believe in them, that's fine. You don't have to. I would suggest that you're spinning your wheels or wasting your time, spending too much of your conscious thought process upon the hatred of them. My opinion, my show. Let's create what XRP is going to do next. How are we going to change, fix all those problems in which you have an issue with, or we have had issues with in the past? We're going to fix it together with sound and near perfect money system. It's only just begun. This is only the beginning. The solidifying money and the understand and the ease of flow of money is going to create prosperity and to the likes of which you've never ever conceived. It's up to you and I to conceive how expansive that may or may not be. I hope you guys are with me on that, because you and I consciously are changing the face of our futures starting now. And that's what I love about digital. We don't have to get a forklift. We don't need a backhoe. We can create a perfect, near perfect, there is no perfect, a better world tomorrow with what we currently have. The answers are all there. We have the products. We have the software. We have the mechanisms. We have the people. We have the intellect. And we have the desire to create better, more beautiful, more cohesive, more understanding of all people. It's a beautiful day, my friends, and I'm glad to be part of it. And I hope you guys stick along with me with the journey that we are all on together, because this is going to be great. It's good times, my friend. We will do this together. If you like this kind of content, you would like to support my content, this is where I ask you to click subscribe, and if you so feel this within you, to become a member of my Patreon. It's pretty simple. It's pretty painless, easy to achieve. And you and I can become more of a family on our Patreon channel. With that, I am out. Thanks for your time, guys. So this guy says to me, I can't even believe these people today who think that everything is just so easy to do. It's not easy. It's not easy, Alan. You think everything's so damn easy in the world. You think you can fix anything. It's hard, Alan. The world's hard, and you don't get it. Maybe. I know your life and your day tomorrow is going to be difficult if you believe everything's hard. I can't support that. We're winning, my friends. The world is winning. And the people that want you to believe in physical slavery are losing. We are winning. And the future is ours, not theirs. Love you all.